Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio warns the expensive Chico River pump irrigation project would allow China to take gas-rich reed bank should the Philippines default on its 3.69 billion peso loan for the project. The Chico River project is estimated to cost 4.37 billion pesos, 85% of which will be funded by China under a loan deal. The loan has an interest rate of 2% and a management fee worth $186,260, as well as a commitment fee worth 0.3% per annum. The Philippines has 20 years to pay for the loan. Philippine economic managers shrug off the idea of a debt trap with China, saying it's purely hypothetical. Carpio adds, should the Philippines default on its loan, an arbitration will be held but won't stand a chance of winning. Under the rules of the China International Economic and Trade Arbitration Commission, the arbitration results will be final and binding. China can take any patrimonial assets dedicated to commercial use except diplomatic, military, and non-commercial assets. Carpio points out China can take anything, and that includes gas-rich reed bank, which it has interest in. He also raised concerns over the confidentiality of the loan, saying it's against the Constitution. But Malacanang says the Philippine government is powerless when it comes to determining the terms of loan agreements it enters into with China.
Hindi ba pag nag-uutang tayo, meron ba tayong say? When we loan from the bank, it's always the terms of the bank. Natural lang yun na they will make sure na hindi sila malulugi sa kanilang pinautang sa atin.
Malacanang is confident the Philippines will never default on its loan. Panelo also says the use of natural resource assets like reed bank in the West Philippine Sea as collateral is standard. Thousands of motorcycle riders staged a motorcade along Metro Manila's main highway on Sunday to protest bigger license plates required by a new law. The Quezon City Police District says about 10,000 riders joined the protest. On March 8, Duterte signed the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act, ordering the Land Transportation Office to produce motorcycle plates that are readable from the front, back, and the side from the distance of at least 15 meters. The law was approved in the face of hit-and-run assassinations and other crimes associated with criminals on motorbikes. Police Chief Oscar Albayalde says the new law is not discriminatory but a necessary action.
Una, I don't think that is a discrimination. No? This is part of a security. Security ito ng buong Pilipinas, not only to anybody. Para sa lahat ito, para sa kalahatan ito. Na nakita ng gobyerno na pwede natin maiwasan lalo-lalo na yung mga incidents of riding in tandem.
The long-awaited final report of U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe into Moscow's election meddling is out. Mueller concludes no member of the campaign conspired or coordinated with Russia in a plot to boost President Donald Trump's votes more than 2 years ago. U.S. President Donald Trump says he's been completely exonerated.
It was just announced there was no collusion with Russia, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. There was no collusion with Russia.
In a letter to Congress, Attorney General Bill Barr says Mueller clearly had some evidence to support an obstruction case, but was uncertain whether it was enough to support criminal charges. Summarizing Mueller's findings, Barr said no Trump campaign official was involved in Russian conspiracies in 2016 to hack Democratic computers and flood social media with disinformation to harm Trump's Democratic election rival Hillary Clinton. Democrats in Congress demand Mueller's underlying evidence and push to investigate further. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Barr's summary of the Mueller findings raises as many questions as it answers. The report still remains a secret. Thailand's election results are due Monday, with the junta appearing poised to hold on to power. Sunday's poll was the first since a 2014 coup. Analysts did not expect the army-linked Palang Pracharat party to win the popular vote. Given mounting anger at junta rule and the enduring popularity of Pheu Thai, the party of ex-Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. As preliminary results trickled on Sunday, incumbent Prime Minister and junta party leader Prayut Chan-o-cha clung to the lead, racking up more than 7.6 million votes with 93% of ballots tallied. The Election Commission says it will finalize the results by May 9. Apple looks to reinvent as it rolls out its new streaming television service Monday, a shift of direction for the technology giant. Apple's move comes after its sluggish growth in the smartphone market, which for the longest time is the bulk of the company's profits. The new streaming service also likely comes with the launch of a subscription news service. Tech analysts say big questions to be answered include how compelling content will be, how much the service will cost, and what makes it unique in an increasingly crowded streaming television market. In streaming, Apple is taking on not just Netflix and Amazon, but some of the biggest names in the media entertainment world. Walt Disney Company has announced its new streaming service, Disney Plus, which will launch this year, as will another from Warner Media. The new entrants, with more expected, could launch a formidable challenge to Netflix, which has some 140 million paid subscribers in 190 markets, and to other services such as Amazon and Hulu. These rivals are coming into the market, which has been transformed by the spectacular growth of Netflix and a growing movement by consumers to on-demand television delivered over internet platforms. Subscriptions to online video services globally climbed 27% last year to 613 million, eclipsing cable television subscriptions for the first time.